What's up, everybody? Welcome back inside the garage. Today we're tuning up the hamstrings. Huge milestone for us here today because we're at episode number 5. Big party tonight, big celebration. Hope to see everyone there celebrating episode number 5 in the garage. And also, if you've followed the first 4 episodes, when you place number 5 together, you now have a full home treatment program to start working on the low back pain that you've been dealing with forever. Now, when your back starts acting up, you know where to start, you know what to do and which muscles to get after so that you can get back to doing the things that you really enjoy doing without pain. So we're going to do 2 pieces today. We're going to do some soft tissue work and some stretching. So you've used your softball before, so I'm going to introduce double lacrosse ball, 2 lacrosse balls taped together. Sitting on the floor, throw the ball right up into the hamstring, right as high as you possibly can get, right where the hamstring inserts in, meets the glute, right into that butt. And we're just going to load it up, sit on it, create a lot of pressure, find the spots that are uncomfortable. We're going to roll up and down on them. We're going to roll side to side. When we find something that's particularly painful, we're going to stay on it until that pain dissipates. And we're going to spend around 5 minutes, more if you want, working from where the hamstring meets the butt all the way down to the knee, undoing all the knots and trigger points that you've got in there and restoring the sliding surfaces back to the way that they're supposed to function. Once you've done that, we're going to stretch. Now, we've all stretched our hamstrings before. We've straightened our legs out, reached for our toes. Notice how my back rounds, so I'm not a fan of that one. We've also taken our foot, thrown it up on a chair, again leaned forward, watching the back round. So what we want to do is we want to get into a position where we can keep our back nice and stable and be pretty passive about it so we can just let those hamstrings hang out in a lengthened state. So if you don't have full hamstring range of motion, meaning you can't even get to 90 degrees, all you need is a door frame or a corner. You're going to lay down on your back, non-stretching leg nice and straight if you can. If for whatever reason this makes your back act up because you're so tight, you can always bend the knee. But for true hamstring stretch, we want to be straight if we can. Relax down, get your behind as close to the wall as possible, and hang out. We're stretching for 2 minutes, and during this 2 minutes, we're going to do some knee presses. So we're going to squeeze the quadricep, press the knee out straight. When you do that, you're going to feel that the stretch jumps from behind the knee up into the higher hamstring, closer to your butt. So we'll do that. We'll hold for approximately 5 seconds and then release. And if you're not already at the wall, each time you start to feel the tension relief, you're going to scoot just closer and closer. Now, if you're like me and you're in this position that's not doing a whole lot for you, we can take it up a notch. We want to get past 90 degrees, so we're going to take some sort of band. I've used a dog leash before. It works really well. A pillowcase, anything that you can. A stretch cord works well. Place it around the heel. Straighten the opposite leg out. And just push nice and straight. I find this to be a more aggressive version. Again, we're going to hold for 2 minutes, doing some 5-second squeezes. If you want to go for the gold and add a hip mobilization with it, you need a second stretch cord that's, in a loop. You're going to place it up into the hip that's doing the stretch, and the other end sits under your foot, pushing up nice and straight. Beware that once it's up in that hip, you better pick that leg up or it's going flying. So now you've got this band pulling the hip back into the socket, and you add the stretch cord. You're going to feel this is the most aggressive version, but it's the gold standard because we've got mobilization plus stretching. Press the knee all the way out. 2 minutes, repeating some 5-second contractions as you feel the tension dissipate, pulling the leg further and further. So now you've got a full home treatment program for your low back. You know what to do if your hamstring acts up. So get after it, start doing some soft tissue work, stretch yourself back out, and we'll see you back next time for the next part of the body. Good luck, everybody.